Hi everybody, it's Kaycee. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be setting up August's budget in my Erin Condren 7x9 planner. I use this as my budget planner. It's just a monthly planner. I'll have everything I used today linked below. For this I'm going to be using my monthly layout stickers. I'm going to grab some stickers off my add-on sheets. And yeah, I'll have all these. These are all from my Etsy shop, so you'll find those below. And then we'll be adding in my Bill Due stickers. So we have these are the neutral version that I like to use in this. And we're just gonna get started. I am gonna be talking a little bit about 2 credit cards that I just opened. We kind of unexpectedly opened 2 credit cards this past month, so those will be adding onto here. And I'll kind of tell you why, but we'll just start adding these stickers in first. And I just like making my monthly design, putting these in my budget planner. It's kind of minimal layout, but I do like stickers. Just brightens things up. Oh, that's all I use for that sheet. And I love this August design. The greens and yellows are so pretty. I don't tend to use yellow very much, but August just makes me think of yellow. So I've done like yellows like lemons and things like that. I think I've done them in August. I usually do them like getting towards late summer or fall. And then I'm gonna grab the what is this called? Like the notes section, the sidebar from my add-on sheet, and put this in here. So I have a separate planner that I use for just all my planning, like daily planning. And then this one is strictly for budgeting. So I like to put all the bills that are due in this section and check them off as I go. So then I can look at this, see when everything was paid in the month. I like looking back, and this is helpful because I can make sure everything was paid because I'll have it checked off. And it's just nice to see when everything's due. Like I'll lay out August, and then I'll kind of see when all our bills are going to be due for this month. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually grabbing the other sheet right now, and we're gonna do our paydays. So I'm gonna go look at this up here in the front of the planner. We're going to August. Last month we had 3 paychecks, so we're back to 2 for August. So the 13th and the 27th. Those were my husband's. And we get paid the same weeks, but he gets paid on Wednesdays. We have early pay through his bank, so I make his, just to make his paycheck stick out a little more, I put the little flag behind it. So we have the 13th and the 27th. And then I put the payday stickers on top of that. I just think it looks nice, so that's how I do this. I started doing that this year. And then just for mine, I get paid the same weeks as him, but on Tuesday. So that is again the 12th and the 26th. Just 2 paychecks. And then I use the other stickers on these for my, like my other planner, the planning planner. But I won't use any more of those in here. So all we're gonna use now for this monthly layout are my Bill Due stickers. So we're gonna get started on that, and I'll kind of talk about the credit cards that we opened and why we did that unexpectedly. We didn't really need more credit cards, but we were buying a lot. We had some Amazon purchases, and it wasn't a lot, but it was a couple big purchases, some furniture that we found on Amazon. And I think it was during Prime Week that we were looking. We just happened to be looking, and I had considered, we don't have Amazon Prime or anything, but we ended up getting, when we were gonna order, it just kind of ended up asking us if we wanted a free trial of Prime for a month. And we're like, well, we might as well do that because we're gonna be ordering a couple things. So we did that. It was a free trial that just happened to fall when we were ordering. And then it asked if we wanted to open up the Prime, like the Amazon Prime, whatever their credit card was, and you'd get $200 in gift cards in Amazon gift cards immediately. And then it was like, I think it's 5% back on Amazon if you have Prime. And then the other purchases, it's like a little bit less. But I was like, well, for what we're doing, we're making some big purchases, so that would be nice to get 5% back, and we get $200 off because we can use the gift cards right away. So we use the gift cards before we even use the credit card. So we got $200 in free gift cards, and then we got 5% back on the big purchases that we made that month. So that was really nice, even if we don't use it very much after this, because we canceled Prime before it started like charging us. And it actually, now we don't earn 5% back unless we start Prime back up again. It's a little bit less. It's like 3%, I want to say, 2 or 3%. We don't order on Amazon that much, so that's fine. We can still use the credit card. But we just decided, like, even if we just used it for that, that was worth it, like $200 of gift cards plus 5% back on what we were buying after that. So that's why we opened the Amazon gift card. It has no annual fee. I always look and see what what it said. I always make sure our cards don't have any annual fee. I just don't like that, because then if you stop using it, you're still going to be owing them something even though you're not using it. If it's no annual fee, if you don't use it, you're not going to owe them anything. So, and then I always make sure to pay it off. I thought about making a video about credit cards because I've been using credit cards since I was about 20. Like, I started using them and I've never had it carried a balance over. Like, I was taught how to use them. And I thought about putting like the pros and cons of credit cards into a video. So maybe I'll do that sometime, because I feel like a lot of people don't know how to use them, and it's just very bad to get into credit card debt. But for us, we're using them and we get rewards back. Like $200 is a significant amount because our credit is so good too. I think that's why we get some good rewards. But anyway, that's why we opened the Amazon credit card. So that will be adding on here pretty soon. And then I'm going to put this here and just keep putting things on while I talk to you. And then the other credit card we opened that I wasn't planning on, I had actually thought about our main grocery store that we go to has a credit card. A lot of them do. And I had thought about opening that because I was like, we do go here a lot and we'd get a little more cash back. It's like something you have to go to anyway. But I just never did. I was like, we already have enough credit cards. But there was a guy when I went to the store, and there was a guy in the aisle with like the iPad trying to get people signing up for the credit card. And he stopped me and I was like, I don't think so. But my husband was there and he like gave us the information. It's like 5% cash back. If you can't pay directly in the store, but if you use your phone, like if you use a digital wallet, it's 2% back though if you just use the credit card, which is still good. But we have another like generic credit card that we already get 3% back, so that was not great compared to that. But the 5% back would be good. Plus, there was $100 back if you spent in the first 3 months $500 there, which we spend more than $500 in 3 months on groceries anyway. So that wouldn't be no problem. We wouldn't even have to spend extra or anything. I would not open a credit card to spend more money that we wouldn't be spending. But since we go there anyway, and that's our main grocery store, we usually spend, I try to keep it around $400. It goes up over that a little bit, but I try to keep it around $400 a month. So we have 3 months, we're spending, like $1,200. It's not all going to our main grocery store. We sometimes like go to Aldi, but most of it is at our main grocery store. So I figured, it will easily spend $500 there in the next 3 months. So we decided to open it. My husband's like, why don't we do that right now? So we did that. So now we opened 2 credit cards, and now I just have to, so we actually got like $300 back. We got the $200 already for Amazon. We already used that, and then we'll get $100 back in 3 months or whenever we spend the $500. So that is a benefit of using credit cards. They usually give you a little reward up front. And then obviously we make sure that we pay them off when they're due, and we don't ever go past the due date. Like, sign up for auto payments if you want. Just make sure you have enough. Just don't pay more than, more than you have. That's like the main thing. Like, it's not free money, it's money that you're going to owe back, and if you don't pay them back on time, you're going to owe even more. So yeah, that's just my little spiel on credit cards. So the 18th, Amazon is due on the 18th, so I'm going to put that here. I printed out some of my a new credit card one for that. I don't know when my other one is due because we actually just got the credit card and we haven't used it yet. So I'm not sure when the other one's going to be due, so I'm not putting it here yet, but we'll add that on once the bill comes in August. So we have that. So this is all my bills. Usually what I just do is go in and use and write in anything I know, anything that stays the same. And I think, we have this. There. And the rest of the stuff I just write in as the month goes, as they come, and I check it off as they go through. All right, and then we're just really quickly gonna go through this. I already have my stickers on, so here's the dashboard. And what I usually do up here, I just put our paychecks here. So my husband's paycheck and then my paychecks. And then I just put how much we get for each. We only have 2 paychecks each for August, so just put that like that. And then this month, I know Adobe Illustrator is due. I just looked at what was due for the month, so we have that. And then next month, I know our Compassion, we have a special gift, a Christmas gift. You have to send that early, so that usually comes in September sometime. We usually send it towards the end of September, sometimes October, I don't know. It's been coming a little later, so maybe, but I have it written down in September, so I'm assuming that's when we get it, and we usually just pay it right away and get it done and get it there so that it's not late. This is for our Compassion child we have over in Thailand. And then there was one more thing, so I have that here in September also my Etsy taxes will be due, and I believe that's all. Yeah, so these are just my it's actually like quarterly taxes. They're not to Etsy or anything, but they're for my quarterly taxes, just from my Etsy shop, so I just call them Etsy taxes. Notes I'll just put in throughout the month, whenever, like if we make any extra payments or get any extra money. Like I put over here for our budget, I have my husband, what he gets in, and then mine, and then I have an other. So if we have any other, I just put like what it is over here so we know. And then I'll just do some of this with you guys too. Mortgage, internet, Compassion, and Reliant. Compassion. And this is like 1,400. I'll have to total that later, but I don't have my calculator or anything with me. But I think, I don't know if I'll just write all these. So we have like gas for the house. I put our utilities up here first. Electricity, gas, electric, water, and then food and groceries, because I do include some like paper towels and stuff in this budget, because we just get it at the grocery store. But I do restaurants. I like keeping track of that separately. And then we have a personal budget. I have pets. And then we have for the house, car, gas for the car. What else do we have? We put miscellaneous down here. I like that down there. And then my Etsy expenses, I just keep track of right there. And then gifts, fun money, and clothes. We may be adding another category here pretty soon, but right now that's all of our categories. And then it's still like towards the end of July, so I haven't gone through my July budget yet, but then I'll do the expected during that time. But I'll like set up all the amounts after I go through my July budget, and at the beginning of August I will put what's expected for everything, and then total expected expenses and all that. So I'll do that at the beginning, probably the first day of August. I usually sit down and do that. And then I also keep track of all my expenses. So anytime we make a purchase, I put it in here. Usually we need 2 pages, so I set 2 up. We don't need to keep track of debt because all we have is our mortgage. I don't include credit cards as debt because to me, like, we pay them off every month, so we're not in debt to them. They're just bills. So that's why I don't include that as debt. And then that way, like, we have no interest or anything, obviously, so I just don't include them as debt. We only have our mortgage as a debt, so I don't really need to track that because it's only one thing. But that's my budget setup. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of credit cards in the comments below. I'm just curious. I know some people have like really negative opinions about them, and some people use them. And I do understand that. I do understand they can be pretty, if you don't know how to use them, they can be really bad if you get into credit card debt. But if you use them properly, they actually work for you, and they give you money back like how we did. So, and they help boost your credit if you use them properly too. So like I said, maybe I'll do a video on that because I have been using credit cards for a while and I feel like I know how to use them. My credit's really good, so just kind of give you some tips on how to build your credit using credit cards and what to do with credit cards, what not to do with credit cards. But I just thought about doing that. That's been on my mind recently. But anyway, this is August, and I hope you all have a good end of July, and we're getting into August now. So I still consider August as summer. Some people think like fall, like when they think of August because like school starts and everything, but now I don't have any children in school. I'm not in school. We don't work in schools or anything, so our lives don't focus around the academic calendar now. So August to me is still the finish of summer, and it definitely still feels like summer here in Ohio. So that's why I don't do fall theme stickers until starting in September at the earliest, just because of that. But all right, I think that's everything. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. And I'll see everybody in my next video. Bye.